Acts chapter 15 verse 29 is a verse from the New Testament of the Bible and comes from the context of the Jerusalem Council, where early Christian leaders discussed matters related to the inclusion of Gentile believers into the Christian community. The verse reads as follows, in the New International Version. You are to abstain from food sacrificed to idols, from blood, from the meat of strangled animals, and from sexual immorality. You will do well to avoid these things. Farewell. When applying this verse to modern times, we can extract some principles that remain relevant. Respecting cultural sensitivities. The early Christian leaders urged Gentile believers to abstain from certain practices that were common in their cultural contexts but were sensitive issues for Jewish believers. In modern times, this teaches us the importance of being respectful and considerate of cultural differences and sensitivities within diverse communities. Avoiding practices harmful to oneself and others. The Council's guidance to abstain from food sacrificed to idols, blood, and the meat of strangled animals was likely based on health and safety concerns of that time. In today's context, we can interpret this as a reminder to avoid practices that can harm ourselves or others physically, mentally, or emotionally. Promoting moral values. The call to abstain from sexual immorality emphasizes the importance of upholding moral values and respecting boundaries in relationships. In the modern world, this encourages us to promote healthy and consensual relationships, emphasizing the value of mutual respect and dignity. Considering the well-being of the community, the Council's decision was intended to promote unity and harmony within the early Christian community. In the present day, it reminds us to consider the well-being of our communities and strive to live in ways that promote peace, understanding, and cooperation among different individuals and groups. Balancing freedom and responsibility. The Council's guidance provided a framework for balancing the freedom of Gentile believers with the responsibility to maintain a harmonious and inclusive community. In contemporary times, this principle encourages us to exercise our freedoms responsibly, considering how our actions may impact others around us. Continuing the spirit of dialogue and understanding, the Jerusalem Council was a significant example of early Christians coming together to discuss important matters and make decisions collectively. In modern times, it reminds us of the importance of engaging in respectful dialogue and seeking understanding when dealing with complex issues within our communities. It's important to interpret biblical verses with sensitivity to the historical context while also drawing relevant principles that can be applied in contemporary settings. Acts chapter 15 verse 29 provides us with valuable insights on respecting diversity, promoting moral values, and nurturing harmonious communities in the modern world.